gars, il avait mis le micro sur mute. T'as boire. Niaisage. Ok, on va pouvoir partir. Fait que bonsoir tout le monde. J'espère que ça va bien. On va essayer de finir ça à soir. Petit changement de lumière parce que mon autre me fait chier.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
At once.
We fought long and hard for this moment.
Niaisage.
Our dream is within our grasp.
We need only endure this final
Quand tu penses que
trial,
t'es prêt pour
and we
streamer,
shall. Together.
ça marche pas à moitié. Parce que les jeunes touchent à tes affaires.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate.
J'espère que ça va bien.
And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Yeah!
Don't keep us waiting.
On va tous les tuer. Oh! Dis-moi, nous attend.
Welcome, sons of fire.
Téléportation.
No! No! Come back.
What?
Ouf, ouf. Ah, chien est venu avec nous autres.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Aïe. On va se mettre confortable un peu.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Ouais, montre-toi.
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
Allô, Canary, ça va bien, toi?
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima.
On va peut-être essayer de finir ce jeu-là ce soir.
We find him and we leave.
Ah, good. Tant mieux si ça va bien. Ouais, je me disais qu'il faisait noir un peu. Comme chez nous. Je suis pas mal rendu vers la fin, je dirais. Je m'en vais contre Ultima, qui est probablement le boss de la fin. Fait que je sais pas combien de temps il me reste. Mais c'est pas mal ça.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still
C'est la première fois que je le fais. T'sais, oui, j'ai vu Lily le faire, mais j'ai comme pas porté attention parce que je voulais pas trop me spoiler non plus. Même si je me suis spoilé une petite affaire, mais c'est quand même pas si pire. J'ai comme pas écouté l'histoire, fait. Ça fait que je découvre tout, là.
A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor,
ouais, c'est la première fois que je l'ai fait. J'avais pas de...
that we might endure, that we might discover.
J'avais pas de PlayStation 5 avant Noël, dans le fond.
If it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
Ça, c'était la bonne question. Ça l'a ouvert les marches. Un bon jeu. C'est sûr que je l'ai pas mis au plus dur non plus, je pense, mais... Là, ça à faire comme tout pas mal les derniers Final Fantasy, tu sais. La rejouabilité, un coup t'as fait l'histoire, il y a pas ben d'autres choses, tu sais. Tu peux pas vraiment modifier les affaires. Tu sais, le party, tu joues rien qu'avec un bonhomme, fait que tu peux pas faire des parties différents.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First,
non, c'est quand même assez facile de se repérer. T'as une map là-dedans avec pas mal d'informations, fait que ça va quand même bien. Je dirais la seule affaire que j'ai peut-être pas faite, c'est que il y a des hunts, de la chasse à faire. Il y en a une couple que j'ai pas trouvé. Mais à part de ça, le restant, ça va super bien. Tu pognes la quest, tu vas au waypoint, tu vas au marker, puis voilà.
The illness having spread to every organ, there was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
Then follow we shall. For now.
En gros, c'est un film avec un peu d'action. Ok. Je me disais qu'il y avait un chemin qui allait se faire parce que on voyait pas grand chose.
a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seed.
Ouais, Final Fantasy Advent Children. Ouais, c'était correct comme film. C'était plus du fan service que d'autres choses.
We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos. All that you might
C'était pas mauvais, mais bon. Ça s'arrête.
And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own. And from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource. And the land, she wept tears of black.
Okay.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. But we're one and the same.
Bon, il va se passer quoi à cette heure? La bataille. De ta poche.
Is that?
Ifrit, or what's left of him.
Wow.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction.
Je suis rendu level 44, je pense.
Be saved by you.
Dans ce
It
coin-là.
is what you were born to do.
44-45, dans ce coin-là.
And fed you as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
Ben oui.
To right your wrong. If our sin is
Hey.
wanting to survive,
Orugi,
then
merci
you're
pour le
as
follow.
marked by it as we are. The fault is yours.
Ah, je peux continuer de monter, c'est
Our
juste que
wills
ça me
were
tente pas
born
de
because
grinder.
You abandoned us. And now, You would have us forfeit them.
J'espère que ça va bien.
All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Mythos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
Oh, il est fâché.
What?
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
Bon, ben, je pense qu'on va se
I
battre.
can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
Oh, il est fâché.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
Ben ouais, let's go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdained.
Ouch. Ça à boire, ok. Pas te recasser ça dedans, ou tu sais pas. Ça à boire, ça part pas bien.
There's a good boy.
J'allais éviter, comment? Faut que j'apprenne à éviter. Les timings sont pas bons. J'ai déjà passé 5 potions, c'est pas bon. Taboire. Ouais, c'est bon, merci d'être passé. Tu repasseras, je suis pas sorteux. C'est un peu long à lire. Ah, le premier coup, j'ai tout évité ces affaires-là, puis là, je suis plus capable. Bon, on commence à catcher un peu comment ça marche. Je pense qu'il a pas aimé ça.
Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition. In fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
Oh, c'est un beau parry, ça. Oups. Oh, un Graviga. Ah, fait chier ça. Whoops. Oups. Ça n'a pas marché. C'est juste plus de potion. Chance. Alright, let's go. T'es trop vite. J'ai essayé d'éviter le deuxième coup, ça n'a pas marché. Ah, il a pas aimé ça?
Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
C'est vraiment à la fin? Il va y avoir d'autres choses après.
Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us.
Voyons.
Kneel before for us.
I guess I died. Je pense que je me suis fait tuer. Mes évitements étaient tous à la dernière minute.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us.
Ça, venez là. Ça à boire. Barry a pas marché. Ouch. Tabarnak. Il fait mal. Allez, on le détruit. Ah si, je l'avais pas perdu ça. Ouch. On va le garder à terre. On l'a eu! C'est rien que ça ou il y a d'autres choses après? Parce que c'est rien que ça, la fin. Ouais, je suis un peu déçu. On l'a battu. On a monté de level. Ah, 45. Nice. Mais ça me surprendrait que ça soit la fin. C'était seulement ma première forme.
At last, for countless generations, have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Hein? J'ai perdu un bout. What? J'en perds des bouts. Les parents et les enfants? Non. Vieux et jeune? I don't get it.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
Uh-huh.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
Il essaye de le rendre guilty.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Non. Je pense pas qu'on va faire ça. Clive.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
My yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Uh-huh.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Il est dans le doute.
Clive!
Phoenix va le faire revivre. Revenir. Phoenix Gate? Non.
None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Son frère, il protège encore.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
Let's go.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look. Ultima.
Oh. Je savais que c'était pas fini.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along.
Ben, okay.
The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone.
Mm-hmm.
The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Je pense qu'il parle encore. Ah, je pense que j'ai des frissons. C'est drôle. Logos. What? Oh. Le Mother Crystal qui se détruit. C'est bon ça. Ok. Un trophée. C'est la fin du jeu? Je sais pas.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
Ouais, réveille-les.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once
ouais.
creation
l'OMC.
path laid before it.
Oui, j'avais ma bouteille d'eau à soir.
You fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin, does our true power quicken. And there
J'espère que ça va bien.
made complete. Soon, Mythos.
Je vais pas me faire chialer après encore.
You will discover how little you know of suffering.
De... Ah!
And so the
Je peux te l'enlever par exemple, ton épée.
Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus.
Je sais pas si on l'a entendu, mais bon.
A crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
T'arrives à la fin, en tout cas. Je pense. Je sais pas ce qui se passe. Mais ça regarde pas bien. Oh shit. Si c'était arrivé au début, ça serait... Ouais. Ouais. Ben, ça aurait été une New Game Plus, puis j'aurais déjà fini. What the hell? Vraiment, j'ai bien fait de pas continuer ça hier au soir, parce que ça aurait pris du temps avant de me coucher.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they?
What the hell?
Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
Je sais pas.
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
En tout cas, les autres, ils attaquent pas fort fort.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship! I will be with you anon. Thank you.
Oh. Il a décidé de se gâter puis a tué tout le monde. Ah, ça fait du ménage. Ouais, court. Tabarnak. Il jump. On va aller se promener en bateau. Bon, je pense que j'ai rien qu'une place où je peux aller, hein. Petite site. Okay.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine, and I'm going to need Otto's help.
Clive, coin purse weighing you down. You'll not find a better price than that.
Faut que je m'achète des potions.
I'll be here.
Il y a de quoi de nouveau à vendre?
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
Ah, Defender, nice. Je peux-tu faire l'autre? Pas encore. On va prendre le Defender, le bon.
No scratches, right?
Quoi de nouveau dedans? Ça, je peux pas le faire. Ça, je peux pas le faire. Bon. Ah, ça, ok. Ah ouais, fort.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Ah, il me manque de Clutch Mine. Shit. Ah, c'est vrai, je l'ai pas fait.
You can thank me later. That it?
Ouais, ça va être pas mal ça pour tout de suite. Il disait que j'avais de quoi là-dedans. J'ai un coffre au trésor. Nice. Ah non, ok, c'est rien que les... Je pense qu'il me manque pas mal d'affaires là-dedans. Sut. Healer's Place, blablabla. C'est toutes des histoires que j'ai pas vues. Hein? Ok, fait que ça c'était pas trop important. C'est genre un recap de toutes les autres. Tout qu'est-ce qui s'est passé. C'est-à-dire, toi?
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives.
Il est en train de me parler, puis moi je choque mon camp. Les autres, ils ont rien de nouveau. Bon ben. Je pense pas qu'il y ait de side quest.
Still alive, I see.
Ben oui.
Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Is this everyone?
Manque du monde? Ok. Le monde important est là. Ouh, belle épée.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. The that they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon.
Well, the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
T'es intelligent, lui. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire?
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
Ouais, fallait voler l'Enterprise. Voyons donc.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Uh-huh.
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Bon.
Thank you.
On va faire, je vais le faire de la chasse.
Joshua seemed upset.
Et j'aurais pogné des nouvelles tunes. Ouais. C'est un peu plus hype, ça, comme tout.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part.
On va sauver le monde. Let's go.
But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must.
Okay.
This is our fight. Remember.
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
Uh-huh.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
Ah, ça serait bon, ça.
We are in your debt, Dion.
Un beau petit trio, là. Avec ben de la tapoche.
When this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Non, tu peux pas partir. Ok, non, il est pas dans... Elle est où, elle, là? Ok, comment je fais pour me rendre, là? Par là. Tout. Je disais par là, mais plus sûr.
Do you think Sybil tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I doubt it. I heard he's leaving again.
On va avoir fait le tour de la place pour me rendre. Bravo.
Say what you will, Lady Karen soon.
First the skies.
Ok.
Crystal. What next?
Ah, il y a une porte là. Ah ouais. Fait que j'avais raison tantôt. Allô?
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea.
Allô? Ouais, c'est ça. J'ai fait un gros détour. Ok, allô. J'ai compris. Oh boy.
This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Y a-tu des rapprochements?
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Really? Des side quests? Juste avant la fin? Non, mais c'est quoi ça?
What is it this time, Torgal?
Pourquoi qu'ils mettent des side quests, là? T'arrives à la fin.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Oh. J'étais prêt, là. J'étais hype, là, pour aller à la fin. Mais non. Une sorte de side quest. Gang de maudits. On va gambader de bord.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman.
Fait que je vais-tu le finir à soir avec toutes ces side quests-là?
Is the realm truly
Yes,
in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other.
Deux places.
The realm's
Merde.
armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only
c'est
remedy
l'anarchie
for the
partout.
chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable.
Ah, c'était son ami, ça, pendant la bataille.
And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you.
Fait qu'on va aller faire du blabla.
Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle. And he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not.
Let's go.
As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Yay, un autre quête de plus. Next. Il y a tellement de quêtes partout, je sais pas où aller. Bon, l'autre site, qu'est-ce qu'il a à dire, lui?
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
Bon, fait qu'on va aller voir le testament.
I bring you greetings, Optimus Prime! Lethal greetings!
Un beau raid de GPTV. Oui, on va y aller à ta voix. Comment ça va?
I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Comment a été ton live?
Ready to leave when you are.
World of Warcraft. C'est cool, ça. Ouais, ça va bien, ça va bien.
Sid, do you have a moment?
Bah, tant mieux, ça, si ça a bien été.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escape.
World of Warcraft, j'ai pas ben joué, mais c'est quand même pas pire.
Records from a Waluda prison.
Je trouve un gars de single player pour jouer à ça.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point.
Sinon, moi, de mon côté, ben, on est pas mal à la fin de Final Fantasy XVI. Mais là, ils m'ont pitché plein de side quests à la dernière minute. Fait que là, ben, faut que je passe ça avant de faire l'histoire finale, genre. J'imagine.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Ah, ok.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now.
Ben, terminé, en tout cas. Je suis pas certain. Avec tout ce qui vient de me rajouter là, je sais pas si je vais finir ça à soir.
I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
J'espérais bien.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate
Mais
the
bon,
Narrow.
on va voir.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past.
Excellent.
Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier.
Ouais, merci beaucoup.
The closest thing I had to family.
C'est sûr, avec un bon jeu, c'est sûr, c'est une belle soirée.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
À part qu'il y a 18 millions de side quests, mais bon, ça c'est un détail. Next. On va toutes les ramasser, puis on va toutes les faire une après l'autre.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
Oui, oui.
Depends what with.
A bearer.
but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
Ouais, t'es capable d'évaluer.
Why this one? Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav.
Demande à Gav
Since he
s'il est bon.
accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Oh, ouais, go, vas-y, vas-y. Bye. Aïe, aïe. Bon.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Ah, elle, faut que je parle. Bon, on va avancer une quête.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Ah, elle veut des livres. Ouais, va à la bibliothèque. Voyons donc.
Tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him. Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
OK. Bon, il en reste 2 à aller chercher. En haut. Ah, les petits jeunes aussi.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss
Ah, les
Meadow.
petits bums.
She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stonear.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
Allô, Rétro
Take quite a
Tea.
battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did
Ça
you,
va bien.
Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol?
Ah, ça va bien, ça va bien.
She seems really
Je pensais
sad.
finir ça à soir, mais là,
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
ils m'ont pitché à peu près 15 side quests avant la fin,
In
tu
her
sais.
dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Bravo.
Thanks for the warning.
Fait que tout pour rallonger les affaires. Par là. Là, t'arrives à la fin d'un jeu, tu penses, ah, ok, cool. Direct à la fin. Comme je suis jamais venu ici. Effectivement, il y a un beau coffre.
What else could it be?
Oh, une grippe. Ouais, je te comprends. La grippe, la tendinite, toutes ces affaires-là.
Of course.
Maintenant, ça va aller mieux.
It is an
Je te
honor
le
to
souhaite.
finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now. And I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised.
J'ai-tu entendu dire que tu streamais toi aussi, ou tu fais rien qu'essayer des jeux pour faire du speedrun, ou je sais pas quoi?
I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived
bon, je
long
venais de donner un follow, mais ok, c'est correct. On va rester là pareil. Moi le savoir.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child
Ah, c'est cool ça.
Every name
Plus de speedrunner. Tout le temps le fun.
Logged with meticulous care.
Faudrait que je m'y mette, mais en même temps, j'ai pas tant le temps. Fait que...
Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry.
Ça fait déjà 3 mois que je suis sur ce jeu-là. Un moment donné, je commence à faire du speedrun. Je finirai jamais de jeu. Ouais, ben là, c'est sûr que si tu commences, puis dépendant des jeux que tu prends, c'est sûr que c'est pas évident.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vie de Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Oh oui, c'est correct, c'est correct. Next. Bon, il m'en reste 2 à aller parler. Ouais, y a-tu un autre coffre ça? Non. Là, c'est quel jeu que t'es en train d'essayer de faire? Là? Oh. Ah, Torgal. Ouf ouf le chien. Pat pat le chien.
Pining for something, boy.
Ouh. Castlevania, ok. Virtual Highlight, vraiment.
What do you see out there?
T'aimes ça te donner de la misère ou...
I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not.
Je vois ça, là.
Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a
Virtual
young
Highlight.
age.
Yeah.
Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
C'est sûr, au moins c'est pas Highlight au NES.
Sorry for making you wait so long.
C'est vraiment un jeu de merde. J'en doute pas. C'est sur quoi ça déjà? Sur Sega CD ou de quoi de genre?
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Si je me trompe pas.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Ouf.
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Ouf.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye.
Ah,
nothing
Saturn,
at
ouais,
all.
ouais, Saturn.
It's not like
Je savais que
Gal
c'était
would
sur
have
un
kept him
CD.
in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Mais oui, c'est sur Saturn,
You've been
c'est
a
vrai.
good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Pourquoi tu donnes ce mal-là?
Where to then, Torgal?
Oh, encore du monde à parler.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen herself.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
Woof. Woof, woof, les chiens.
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then.
Ah, ça
Fingers
pas
crossed
ça.
the old mooring is still there.
Ça me dit rien, pas en tout ça. Bon, on va aller parler au vieux, puis on va peut-être pouvoir faire d'autres choses après.
Ah, Clive, my boy.
Ah, ok.
What a pleasure it
Ouais,
is
je
to
connais
see
pas tant les jeux de Sega,
Hippocrates.
franchement.
There's something I need to ask you. I've been
Ah,
charged
ça
with
me passe ça.
locating a book called From a
Je
Distance.
connais de nom, peut-être.
And you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I
Ça
had
doit
not
être mauvais.
thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
Un platformer,
And
si
yet
je
I
me trompe
gather
pas.
it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the
T'as
impossible.
pas encore demandé à
The
Jemima, ça me
executors
surprend.
would not allow it.
The executors.
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being
Elle l'a
the
déjà
term Vivian
faite.
seeks,
Ah
chronicling
ouais,
as
j'ai
it
raté
does
ça.
the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's
Ah,
They
peut-être.
lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books,
Ça fait
inventions,
longtemps.
or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question.
Hey, j'ai oublié de rajouter de quoi dans mon info.
All that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm. But rather
En tout cas,
less
je me
so
rappelle pas
across the
que de
strait.
l'avoir vu jouer à ça,
I
là.
have a friend.
Un moment
Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark.
Ok, je pense que je finirai pas ce jeu-là à soir, ça a l'air.
Has turned. But
En une
though he
heure,
did not
le temps de
mention it
faire
by
toutes les
name,
side quests de
it
con.
is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet
Vero.
rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Y a-tu d'autres choses, là? Je peux m'en aller? Pat le chien. Ah non, il en reste un là. Oh. On va le voir mid. C'est mid?
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Yo!
Mid, if you have a...
Hein?
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along!
Elle a fait un gros cri aigu, mais elle avait pas de l'air si hype que ça.
You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to
Ouais,
lend a
si
hand,
je peux voler en bateau
I'd love
volant,
to take it.
pourquoi pas?
First, I'll need oil. And not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Ok. On va aller parler à quelqu'un. Hey, à un moment donné, je vais sortir de ça. Là. Side Quest L. Yo.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Ulbidza. All what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll
Bon.
keep that in mind. Thank you.
Merci. Next. D'autres choses, tu sais, des hunts un coup parti. Bon, je pense que j'ai fait le tour. Fait que... World Map. Ah, puis il y a des side quests Allez chier. Non, mais tu sais. Si je fais, je vais-tu voir c'est quoi les side quests avant, puis ouais, je pense que c'est ça que je vais faire. Bon, ici, il y a un autre side quest de con. Fait qu'on va aller là, puis après ça, on va aller faire les deux autres places. Ben là, c'est ça, là, je m'attendais pas à ça, tu sais. Didi, il avait parlé qu'il y en avait pas mal, mais là... Je pensais pas que c'était pour être de même.
Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
Je pensais que j'aurais passé le pire, tu sais. Vu que là, c'est la fin.
Before I go,
Ah well.
one small issue I'd like your assistance
Ça
with.
fera un autre stream pour demain, ou je sais pas quand.
In fact, if it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The hideaway.
Ouais.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one.
Bon, un flood dans le désert, c'est bon ça.
Completely submerged in ether.
Ah.
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose.
Surprenamment, je suis là.
Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Work.
Change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Ben, prioriser, c'est drette là.
You have to listen to me. They're coming. How long do we have until these Akashic arrive?
Yo! Ils sont encore en train de se disputer, eux autres.
It's you.
Ben oui, c'est moi.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he
Wow.
had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
Bon, ben, crevez tout, pis c'est tout.
But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now
Oh.
be off with you.
Ok, crevez tout, c'est tout, là.
You're making a mistake.
Gang de cave.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
Right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about?
I bring you greetings, Optimus Prime.
Man, un autre raid. Allô Jimbo, comment ça va?
Lord Furder. Sid,
Merci pour le raid.
I went to all.
Merci pour le follow de Ramis.
They've convinced themselves
J'espère
that
que vous
nothing
allez
Lubor
bien.
says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil.
À quoi qu'il joue? Ah oui, son jeu de
I appreciate it.
1954 Alcatraz. C'est pas pire ce jeu-là. Allô G-Fus, comment ça va?
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubor is in
Comme
need
vous
of this
pouvez
very
voir,
man
je suis en train d'essayer de finir Final Fantasy XVI, mais là, je suis pogné dans le side quest L, juste avant la fin. Fait que c'est pas mal ça pour l'instant. Je cours partout à trouver tous les petits points. Ton ordi a crash quand t'as raid. Change d'ordi.
They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't
Merci
care
pour le
who
raid.
they kill.
Ça a été comment ton jeu?
They're unlike anything that's come
C'est un point and click, hein? Tu t'avais dit hier. Hier, avant hier.
You may have saved the town once.
Il a redémarré tout
This
seul.
is different.
Faut que tu coupes tes updates, man.
I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
J'imagine que tu t'évades d'une prison là-dedans.
Wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
Ah, gang de pas cool. Oui, ça avance. J'étais à la fin. Mais juste avant, tu sais, faire la mission finale, en tout cas, que je pense que c'est la finale, ils ont décidé de me pitcher avec 20 side quests. Fait que c'est ça que je suis en train de faire.
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Ah, ok, ok. Gang de caves, ils lancent des roches chez les enfants. Ils sont pas cool.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe.
Ah, écoutez, les jeunes, là, ils ont raison.
You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day every day?
Ouais, ben, c'est un peu ça aussi que je prévoyais finir ce jeu-là. Je prévoyais finir ça à soir pour pouvoir... Voyons, MC. T'es une sorcière. T'as tous les droits, me semble. Mais ouais, je pensais finir ça à soir pour pouvoir, tu sais, peut-être streamer les multi-worlds. Mais là, si c'est pas fini, il va falloir que je finisse ça demain. Je sais pas quand. Et quoi, il est 10 heures? Je pense pas que je vais finir à 1h30.
Wait! We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
Ils ont changé d'idée?
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
Ah, t'as-tu encore le temps? Je sais pas. À quelle heure c'est fini?
We won't run, but we will fight.
T'as encore le temps, là. On n'est pas... pas le temps, faut que je l'envoie. Fait que mettre un jeu puis demande à Didi qu'il te fasse un YAML.
Gather round if you don't want to die.
Vous demandez à MC et drette là. On peut te mettre un Zelda, un petit randomizer, quelque chose.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now
Ben, c'est pas si tant pire quand même.
Heading in this direction.
Ça va être juste pour me connecter avec l'émulateur, qu'il va peut-être falloir que je pose une question ou deux, mais pour Messenger, c'est pas compliqué. Mais pour Final Fantasy 1, ouais, il va peut-être falloir que je pose une question.
When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic Force as soon as it is spotted. And as
Toi,
soon as
t'avais
it
pris
has
quoi?
been,
Pokémon,
we will
si je me trompe
converge on
pas?
its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
Au pire, t'ouvres la liste, puis...
I leave the selection and coordination of the
pick un jeu au
messengers in your
hasard.
hands, Victor. And the
Hey,
command of our
arrange-moi ça.
men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchants not to waste time
Ouais,
securing
non, ça c'est vrai.
anything beside the essentials.
Ça sera sûrement pas la seule...
As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might
la seule
lose.
fois que ça va être fait. Là.
Our
Il va
riches
sûrement
can
avoir
be
d'autres
regained.
éditions.
And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself.
Bon, ça avance-tu?
The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are.
All right then, we all know what we have to do.
Ah non, je sais pas, j'ai pas écouté.
Simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Je sais pas quoi faire, j'ai pas écouté. Suivre la flèche.
Looks like everyone's ready.
Bon, ben, ça va être ça. On va aller avec un peu d'action, ça a l'air.
Good. That will keep some.
Je peux faire du fast travel? Ah ben, calique, je peux faire du fast travel. Let's go. On s'est sauvé du temps un peu.
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
Ben des monstres. Qu'est-ce que tu penses?
We can't leave a single one alive.
Bon, ben on va tuer tout le monde. Enfin, de l'action. Ah, fais chier, toi.
Nice try.
Des cours d'or plastique à la job. La maternelle, man, ça sert tout le temps. Ça, j'ai appris ça à la job, moi et tout. La maternelle, là, tout le temps, tout le temps, tout le temps. Ça suit toute la vie. Découper des affaires, faire des lignes, etc., etc. Ah, fuck un gros. Ah, double attack. Salut, je répare les fournaises. Ok, ouais. Ouais, j'avoue que si t'es pas correct, ça tient pas puis tout pète. Là. Bon, voilà, ça c'est fait. Fait que dans le fond, t'as changé de chiffre, mais t'as changé de poste aussi, ou...
I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
Ah, ok.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Juste une coupe de petites affaires de rajouter à ta job.
Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
Yay!
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Vous avez rien fait, vous autres. Arrêtez.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry.
Il était temps qu'il s'excuse.
You can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
Fait que c'est là qu'il dit, allez tout chier, moi je chaque montant.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
Ils viennent de s'en rendre compte.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Je veux un manoir, puis je veux...
Firstly,
ben du cash. Non,
that
je
you
sais
will
pas.
both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what
Hey, c'est bon, pas de trouble.
but who they
Bonne job à soir, puis merci pour le raid encore.
As we failed to do,
Puis on se reparle
and
à la
came
prochaine.
so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions.
Je vais continuer d'écouter leur histoire plate.
We have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted.
Yay!
It seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
Il veut un chapeau comique.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
C'est un gros changement, ça.
Lubo, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children.
Mais là, à voir ça, c'est clair que je finis pas ça à soir.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Fait que lui, il va être rendu maire, il va être bien content. Il va pouvoir corrompre la ville bien comme il faut. C'est grâce aux enfants. Yeah, une quête de compléter. Bon, next. J'ai une quête là. Puis j'ai l'autre site. Hein? J'ai un autre quête site. Bon. On va voir qu'est-ce qu'il y a à dire. D'un coup, je pourrais en faire deux d'une shot. Hey. Ça qui est là, il y a ça qui est là, il y a lui qui a parlé. Oups, ça c'est une fenêtre. Prendre la porte, ça va aller bien.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
Bon, faut-tu que je lise ça? I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms. And only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall on to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Ok, bon, c'est bien.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
Fait qu'on va faire des machines.
To see men and bearers treated as
Faire de l'automatisation.
To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
Fait que c'est qui ça?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
On va aller voir ça.
Shall we then?
Encore du blabla. Au moins ça c'est plus intéressant que l'autre histoire d'avant. Avec les petits jeunes. Il n'y avait pas une autre quête, ça? Ok, il y a deux quêtes. Ah, le bon ton.
Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in ash.
Fait qu'au moins j'ai avancé une des quêtes. Mais j'en pogne un autre en même temps.
An ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Oh, bravo.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash.
Oui, on va aller sauver, c'est correct, j'ai compris.
Honestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
Oui, on va y aller.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If
une place j'ai pas été encore.
I expect it did so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Yeah, une autre quête. Ciao, bye.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding
Ça,
the
c'était
third chair first, shall
800. Ah, y a de quoi d'autre, là? Ok.
Here's the scraps you were after.
You l'autre? Par là. En tout cas, je pense bien, il est par ici.
Not a scratch on them.
Voyons. Je peux pas être plus dessus, là. Plus bas, d'abord. Ah, elle doit être de tête ici. C'est... voilà. Sont là, les archives. Ce qui est.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
Moi, je te reconnais pas. T'es qui, toi?
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields.
Ça me dit rien.
Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both.
Ah, ok.
Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken.
Fait qu'une nouvelle armure, fait que j'ai crafté une armure pour rien tantôt.
He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be.
Ah, fait qu'il faut que j'aille chercher des petites roches. Ok, j'ai compris.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed...
Elle est grosse en esprit, pareil, la Defender.
You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
À quelque
I
part.
do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely...
Fait qu'on va aller à la chasse aux griffons.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Let's go.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Bon. Fait que c'est quoi le plus proche? Et c'est ça que je peux aller là. pas mal ça, je pense. Commencer avec celle-là. Ça va aller plus vite de même. Je suis pas fan du chocobo, mais ça va être plus vite de même. Cool. Merci. Par où? À gauche toute.
This might take a while.
C'est bien ça. Ouais. On va ça à droite.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Ouais, je pense qu'on n'a pas bien besoin de regarder.
There it is.
Dismount.
For House Rossfield.
On va tuer un petit oiseau. Ah, c'est l'attaque dans le vide. Ça, c'était peut-être pas une bonne idée d'aller me pitcher direct dedans. Oups. Encore. Voyons. Ah, il est-tu déjà mort? Hey! T'en vas où, là? What the hell? Faut que je recommence la bataille. Ah, je me suis... Qu'est-ce que c'est ça, ce niaisage-là? Je me suis sauvé de la bataille. Sans même le savoir. Oups. Mais pourtant, il était à côté de moi, tu sais. Ouch. Ah, il fait chier avec ses tornades. On va y en faire une tornade, tu vas voir. Je suis pogné dans les roches, ça va pas bien. Ou rien. Voyons. Bon. Ok, Os. Ah, c'est quoi Chaos? Oh, il drop. Ouch. Asti, il crève-tu un moment donné? C'est parce que là, un moment donné, je suis tanné. Ça fait 2 fois que je le tue. Ok, peut-être pas 2 là. Je suis en train de me faire passer mes potions. Fuck off, meurs. Bon. Ah, il me fait chier. Il est mieux de crever. Voyons. Aïe aïe. Bon, attends. Cette bataille est trop longue pour rien. J'ai jamais voulu me sauver. C'est arrivé 2 fois.
I expect Lady Goritha will know.
Ok. On va retourner là. En même temps, on va se pogner des potions parce qu'il m'en a bouffé une couple.
Welcome, welcome.
Ça.
A fine choice.
Ça a coûté cher. Bon, l'autre est où déjà? Quelque part par là. Ah, c'est ça. Yo!
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin
Oh,
is
petit
slain
oiseau.
now.
And the Heartstone claimed.
Deux fois, voilà.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Oh, ouais, c'est correct. On va me faire ça, là, qu'on passe à d'autres choses.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
Okay.
For remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future.
Ah ben, elle a fait une bonne job de voler les deux
In the days before the
armbands.
disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Merci,
Thank
merci.
you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Bon, ben, c'est beau, là. Tentes-tu de lire? Read, read. Oui, on s'en fout. Allez, on va aller équiper ça tout de suite. Oups, pause.
The bands suit you well.
Ah, je pensais que c'était fini.
It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay your father a visit?
Oh non!
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Je pensais que ça finissait là.
For Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
Ah ben. Allons-y. On a d'autres quêtes à faire. Pas le temps de niaiser.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Gear, armband, non, ça c'est ça là. Ouh, nice. Plus d'HP, plus de defense. On aime ça. Oups. Fait que là, maintenant, on va aller, tant qu'à être là, faire celui-là ici. Oh bon. Un temps de chocobo, là. Bon, c'est par où? À droite, par où? Okay. Ah, le sien est jaune, le mien est blanc. Oh, va t'en.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
À peu près ici, je dirais.
Straight home now.
Ça a l'air d'être ça, hein? Ça a l'air d'être une tortue, ça? Ça a l'air d'être une tortue, ça.
It looks like we found him.
Ah, Joy donc. On va faire ça au plus vite, là. C'est clairement une tortue? Ben ouais. Voyons donc. Je sais pas ce qu'il fait là, je le vois pas. Ah, il faisait la toupie québécoise. Bon, il est mort. Next.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
Bon, après ça, il y avait l'autre site. On va descendre de là. Ah, je peux... Par là, right? Ouais. Je peux pas prendre le chocobo dans la ville. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Le monde, ils ont peur. Ah, il vient... Hey, t'apparais de la roche. C'est bien cool. Let's go, on court. Plus vite qu'on se rend, plus vite qu'on finit cette quête. Parmi les 50 autres que j'ai à faire. Mon chocobo, il va pas vite, je me fais clencher. Peut-être prendre le chemin, ça va peut-être aller mieux. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Notre gang de petits bums.
That can't be Rutherford, can it?
Eh oui, un autre gang de petits bums.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
And you are?
I need your... Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
Ouais.
Then finish him.
Fine. Ça sera pas bien long, check bien. Check-moi bien aller, ça sera pas long. Ah, c'est lesquels les magiciens de Caris? Bon, en plein de moins. Bon, on fait le ménage, ça va bien. Hey, mange un coup de baseball. Boom! Ça n'a pas été si long que ça. Plus long que je me serais attendu, mais bon. Puis ils m'ont fait prendre une potion, gang de salle.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
C'est drôle, c'est ça que j'ai dit.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
Libérer le monde.
Deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together, even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
Ok. C'est moi le
I
chef.
never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field
Outlaw Lord. Ouais.
But they are not the only
C'est qui le
ones
chef?
we
C'est
need
moi le
to
chef.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so?
Mon oncle.
And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
Ciao, bye.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine.
Yeah.
No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Et c'est qui Quentin? Je me souviens plus. Trop de monde là-dedans. Bon. Astar, y a-tu de quoi d'autre, ça? Non. Bon, ben on peut le changer de place. Next. Donc, on a fait le ménage là. Ça, c'est des quests. Ça, il y a une quest à faire là. Les autres sont des quests à faire. Fait qu'on va les pogner celle-là avant. Pas de patte le chien. Bon. On n'a pas de pâté le chien. On peut continuer. Il était où, lui? Par là. Ah, il est ça.
I'm nervous. Is it alright?
Allô?
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Oui, maître.
Just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav.
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
Ouais, il y a des belles
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions.
espérances.
And
Non.
it sounds like you're under
Des
no
belles
illusions.
ambitions.
Stick to this path and you'll make a fine cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
Ah ouais. Ok, bye.
I haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Ah, let's go. Vas-y. À cette heure, je vais t'oublier dans l'oubliette. Yeah.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Ouais. Impressionne-moi, puis moi, durant ce temps-là, je vais aller magasiner.
Do you see anything you like?
Ça me prend une potion.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
50 000, c'est bien cher.
I'll be here if you need me. The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
Quoique j'aurais bien des affaires à vendre.
I would speak with this.
Saw the captain just now.
Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Ouais, ouais, ouais.
I need you.
Yo!
Do you have a moment, Clive?
Ah ouais, pour toi, n'importe qui.
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Ben oui, ben oui, ben oui.
Whatever you need.
Next.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you?
Très
Philippe
dur.
told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Qu'est-ce que tu viens faire, toi,
My
là?
name's
Là, tu me
Sabine.
déranges.
And it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. he must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join
On
us,
va y mettre
we
un
would
couteau
surely
en dessous
have
de la
the strength to
gorge.
drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
Elle a raison.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him by all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
Okay, bye.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to
Pourquoi tu me
seek
dis
him
pas,
out.
ça serait moins long.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Ah ah. Elle veut nous voir en action. Je sais pas de quelle sorte d'action qu'elle parle. C'est peut-être mieux de même.
What does the dame have to say about all this, I wonder?
So you are content to abandon...
Ah, tiens, voilà l'autre.
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison?
Eh?
Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
Ah, c'est ça, va-t'en, bye, là. Bitch.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man.
Ben,
We've
okay.
had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too.
Bon,
We
ben, on va
haven't been able
tous
to
les,
confirm
aller les
anything
tuer.
yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
Ok. Ouais, l'autre est plus loin. pour 100 yards, on va le courir. Ça sera pas bien long. Le temps d'appeler le Chocobo pis tout. Mais...
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Oh, on va en tuer une coupe pour tout de suite. Ah, des spectres, eux autres, je les aime pas, qui meurent. Ils sont bien chiants à tuer, les autres. Mauvais bouton. Et on joue au baseball! Puis on donne des coups de pied. On joue au soccer après. Ok, chien, il a fait mal. Il a comme tombé dessus, carré. C'était drôle.
Call that a test, Ultima?
C'est pas un test, ça.
Clive, it's me. You alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople. Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Bon, fait que là, l'autre folle va virer, va faire le trouble dans la ville. Effectivement.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink.
Ouais, mais votre place, c'est une
Without
dompe.
their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire.
Ah.
We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father.
Il veut un nouvel empire.
Want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore.
Oh.
You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Oh.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Bon.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, shit.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand.
Ah ben oui, tu sais, laisse la ville...
Did you hear me? That was an order.
Laisse la ville à la ruine.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together for Northreach.
Yay!
You heard the dame?
Non.
What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the
À
gates.
l'attaque.
Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on.
Il en reste moins qu'il y en avait, mais...
She is but a common
Whore.
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
Ben, ça avance, mais il va falloir que j'arrête, fait que ça va continuer demain. Possiblement.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too.
Eh oui.
Still one for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme.
On va toutes les
I've fought
tuer.
a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you, both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
À la guerre. Let's go. Fait que c'est par où, là? Ok, par là. Quand je vais finir le jeu, je vais être à la retraite. Shit. On va jouer longtemps, ça veut dire. Ah, puis j'ai commencé un peu plus de bonne heure en plus ce soir, tu sais. C'est ça le pire. Ben, un peu. Genre 8h30 au lieu de 9h parce que ma lumière m'a fait chier. Puis...
There are so many of them.
Ouais, venez-vous-en, 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 venez-vous-en. Merci. Boum.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
Ah, un Undertaker. Spectre en mort. Ah, j'ai dodgé, come on. Allô? Il va d'où, lui? Bon, je peux-tu le tuer, lui? Bon. Ouch. Vous avez fait le film de Final Fantasy, The Spirit Within. Il va mourir. Juste avant qu'il attaque. Je suis en train de te le ramasser, celui-là. Ben, il est bon. Ça, c'est de la belle bataille. Je l'ai droppé, pas pire. Next.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared.
Merci,
Better hurry
merci.
back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Ça a bien été. Ça a pris une coupe de potion, mais ça a bien été. On a sauvé le monde. Ben, la ville.
Clive.
I'm a one-man
Good to
army.
see you. And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
Uh-huh.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything.
Oh, il commence à
I had
changer
thought
d'idée.
that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority,
Par
by
de
simply
l'empathie.
being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Hey, il va changer. Wouhou.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt.
Bon.
How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you.
Yeah.
To all of you.
Your Eminence, Your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
Okay.
Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Ah, je peux-tu y aller, moi aussi? Ah ouais, vu que j'y aille.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Bon.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
One of us.
Well
One of
said,
us.
Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sandbreck, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here,
Goodbye.
I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Je pensais que ça finissait là. Verra.
Can we get you any feet?
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
Yo.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
Ouais, puis j'ai pas envie ben de l'entendre.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion.
Story time.
I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in.
Intéressant.
It fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived.
Ah, c'est triste, il est mort.
But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister.
C'est une bonne ville, c'est une bonne ville.
And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
Ah, ok, merci, bye là.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive.
Ben,
I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together, but our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Ben oui, ben oui, ben oui.
Always.
Yeah, on a une quête définie. Alright. Bon. De l'Orichalcum. Enfin. Une affaire que je vais pouvoir faire de super épée. Bon, là, à Star, faut que j'aille. Qu'est-ce qui est plus vite à droite ou à gauche? Bon, je vais partir du site. Finir celle-là. Puis il va arrêter après. Ouais, fait qu'un ou l'autre, c'était aussi long.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright, let's go. On court. Ben des dragons, ça. Un raptor. Bye. Ah, c'est petit cas là, j'ai pas pris le bon chemin. U-turn. Je me dis, ah, on va prendre l'autre portal, tu sais, ça va aller plus vite. Mais non, pas pris le bon chemin. Là, je tourne ça.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not.
Ou pas. Je pense qu'il est pas prêt.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Ok, je vais aller le sauver.
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
On va le dropper, là. Ah ouais, mange du Bahamut. Il aurait pas taffé longtemps, je pense. Et de même, tu tues un petit dragon. J'ai plein de sang d'en face, c'est cool. Ah, il disparaît.
Are you? Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed.
Il a pissé dans ses culottes.
Back to Northreach it is then.
Un coffre. Tu d'autres? Tant qu'à être là. Ah, attends un peu. Hein? On fera pas tout le chemin à pied. On va se téléporter, ça va bien plus vite. Minute. Yo!
And what can I do for you?
8 potions. Ah, rien qu'une? Ok.
You've a keen eye.
Got any more of those special elixirs?
Il était où les autres? Il est pas revenu. Ah, le petit bas. Ah, ouais, parle.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job?
Bon.
I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Hey? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
Sid!
Ah, le petit bum.
He did what he thought
Il
was
m'a
best.
utilisé.
And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway.
Ah, ben tu vas attendre longtemps.
My sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Il va attendre longtemps l'évaluation.
This won't be an easy decision.
Pourquoi il reste encore de quoi là-bas? Là? Ah, il en reste un autre site. Bon, on va faire ça là-bas. Un peu de surplus. Rien, cette place-là. Ok, par en arrière.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Fine, je vais courir.
This is no time to ride. No use calling Ambrosia now.
Ça. Pour le 3 secondes que ça va durer. C'est parce que je voulais chanter la petite tune. Tourne à gauche, rate à curve, drift, faites quoi? Tourne! Ben tourne, bâtard! Ok, cet oiseau il est pas capable de tourner. Non, je demande. Yo!
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me
Ah,
you'll
oui,
be
c'est lui,
asking
Quentin.
more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
Wow.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Bon, on va essayer de trouver
So
quelqu'un.
am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that,
Bon.
who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
Allez.
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Alright, let's go.
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Ben ouais, on sont safe les routes.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Bon. Fait que là, techniquement, j'ai plus rien dans cette place-là. Fait que, qu'est-ce qu'il me reste? Il me reste combien? Une site, 2, 3. En bas, c'est fait. 4, 5, 6, 7. Il me reste 7 side quests à faire, à peu près. S'il m'en sort pas d'autres, si ce temps-là. Fait que ça va aller demain. Ou plus tard cette semaine. Fait que, ouais, c'est ça. On va saver là-dessus. Puis, ça va être pas mal ça. Fait que, merci d'avoir tout été là. On va aller trouver quelqu'un qui est ready. Bonne nuit à toi, MC. Puis, je suis en train d'écrire mon raid, là. Il aurait-tu, il continue? Non, il a l'air de continuer. On a raidé Hughes, qui jouait contre. Puis là, je suis en train d'échapper ma bouteille. Contrat Shattered Soldier au PS2. Fait qu'on va aller voir ça. Fait qu'on va savoir. Oui, je sais, c'est important, mon hydratation. Surtout pour une grenouille. Fait que, ouais. Fait que merci d'avoir été là, tout le monde. Merci pour les raids. Puis, c'est ça. On va savoir courant de la semaine, essayer de finir ça. Si je veux streamer le multi-world, peut-être. On va voir comment je me sens pour ça. Fait que, bonne soirée tout le monde. Bye bye, à la prochaine. Et c'est ça.